Hello Libra, welcome back to my channel. I'm Delilah Rose. It's Delilahs Spiritual Spot. So Libra, coming with your weekly reading for April 19th, 2021 to the 25th, 2021. So let's just get started with this. And here we go. I'm using the chakra cards. So for my podcasters or my podcast listeners, if you can, drop me a suggestion if it's okay if this is one big recording, or would you like it separated out into segments? And if that's better for you, just let me know. Okay, so I like these cards for you, Libra, because it's perception and it's self-worth. Because that's very important to you, right? There always has to be, you are the scales. There always has to be some type of balance for you. Emotionally. And I like that this perception card is out here, because are we perceiving the right thing? Is it just perception? Are things out of balance? And you know, some things have to be out of balance for a little while, and that's just called life. A grand symphony. I like these cards for you, right? With this grand symphony card, like, it's seeing the full picture, right? And here's where the perception comes in. Are you seeing the whole symphony, or are you seeing just a portion of it? And if you're unfamiliar with symphonies, it's a lot of changing melodies wrapped into one symphony, right? And so are you just seeing the beginning melodies, or are you seeing the action melodies, or are you seeing the whole thing? I like that the self-worth card is there, because are you perceiving it properly? This card is mostly green, this grand symphony. It's a heart healing card. And you have perception, which is a heart healing card. Self-worth is it's orange, it's root, right? So you're not feeling grounded at this time. Let's pull 3 cards here: subconscious, conscious, and advice from spirit. So what has you feeling unsteady? What has you feeling unbalanced? Is it the heart? Or is the heart tied into finance? We'll find out. So I'm pulling 3 cards, again, subconscious, conscious, and then advice/outcome from spirit, and then I will clarify. So this flipped out pretty quickly. In our subconscious position, you have the Page of Pentacles. Pentacles are balance. It's earthly goods. You also have the Ten of Cups here in our conscious position. So for you, here's the imbalance, right? The imbalance between financial and emotional here. Yeah, there's a lot going on. So let's just continue to pull and clarify. We have the Emperor card clarifying that Page of Pentacles card. You have the World card clarifying that Ten of Cups card. This is very good energy. It's very positive energy. You have the Nine of Pentacles clarifying that Queen of Wands. At the bottom of the deck here, you have the High Priestess. And I love that, because are you perceiving things? How are we perceiving things when we seem to lost our grounding here? Because I have a feeling you're not seeing the whole beautiful symphony of what's about to unfold for you. You're just focused on one area, and there's the imbalance here. You got to use your intuition on this. Right, so just pre-shuffling this deck here. You have the Page of Pentacles in our subconscious position. So you're trying to be in a better financial footing. You're just learning about finances, because, you know, the feeling here is that you've been without during this COVID period, or money has been tight for you, for many of you. So again, just take what resonates in this reading for you. Money has been tight for you. It's also affected your relationship, because we have a Queen of Wands and we have the Emperor here. So Pages is about learning finance and learning how to manage money. And this is what's happening in your subconscious mind. Um, Clarified here by the Emperor, meaning that you're wanting to take charge of your finances because you don't want to be in a position to be without again, because it has been difficult for you. Consciously, this is what you're working on. You're working on stability for your family, not only financial but emotional, because for you they go hand in hand. There's your balance, the balance that's needed, right? But sometimes imbalance happens because there's a lesson we need to learn. And I think for you, Libra, you need to understand. You need not to understand because you understand it. You need to accept it. You need to accept that sometimes imbalance is going to happen, and you got to see why it's happening and focus on that. So the 10 of Cups, you're working on things, and things are happening for you slowly but surely with this 10 of Cups, because it's clarified here, excuse me, by the World card. Now, the World card is a great card to have. It's completion. You have two completion cards here. So 10s are completion, and the numerically is completion. And then you have the World card, which is completion. So that means things are going to be better for you. You may start seeing it now during this time of this reading. Just little glimpses of change, right? And that is wonderful. That is wonderful to have, because that's what's going to give you hope. It's going to change your perception, right, on things. And because this is the happy family card, this is what you're trying to build, that stability, right? Because this is where your heart is. Your heart is on your family, right? And creating that wealth and abundance for them. In our outcome, you have the Queen of Wands here. Queens are never a bad energy to have. If they're reversed, it's one thing. If they're giving reverse vibes, but they're not in this case, right? Because the clarification card is not reversed or giving reverse vibes. So it's about you finding your confidence in this. Your self-worth is about you finding that energy in yourself and lighting that passion and fire and staying in that energy, because you have the Nine of Pentacles clarifying it. The Nine of Pentacles, it's about luxury. It's about self-sufficiency. It's about financial gains, right? And I love that for you, because it's definitely for you tied into your self-worth. 3 more cards. Here's the perspective card, perception and perspective. The Hierophant card, the King of Swords. At the bottom of this deck, here's the Two of Swords. So choices to be made here. Here, it's all about looking at things from a different perspective, because it's all about perception, right? If you perceive it, you can achieve it. That type of energy. But it's understanding that you need to be like, I'm putting this into the universe, this positive mantra. This is going to happen. This is happening. And keep saying that to vibrate higher. Here we have the Hierophant in your conscious position. And this is, again, is just relying on your spirituality to bring you through this time, because things are changing for you for the positive, and you want to keep that energy going. You want to keep that spiritual part of yourself going, because it's going to lead you forward into victory. Here you have the King of Swords. Here's the happy family life. Here's the Queen of Wands. Here's the King of Swords. The Nine of Pentacles. In unison, right? Because you're all about building your family. Teamwork makes the dream work. And for you, this is going to happen. With this Two of Swords being present, there are decisions to make in every aspect of our life. But because this is such a positive reading, I feel like either or, you're going to be okay. It's like a win-win situation for you, is the overall vibe I'm having. So this is your reading, Libra. Thank you for joining me, and this is for April 19th through the 25th, 2021.